Hello everyone, welcome today to another tutorial from Alewa Divat. Today we'll be learning how to finally finish our buba neckline. So guys, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, kindly do so to give us some encouragement and click on the notification bell to get notified when we post videos on Alewa Divat's channel. So today, like I said, we'll be learning how to finish your buba neckline neatly. I see so many ways that people finish their necklines, and that gives me a reason to make this video to help get a fine finish, because some of the stuff I've seen around are not really looking good. So if you don't know how well to finish your necklines after sewing your buba, this video is for you. So once again, I welcome you to this channel, guys. So this is my buba after I have turned my neckline with a bias tape. You know, we don't do lining, we don't use lining for our buba, and we don't use facing. So what we do is we use the bias tape to turn it in. So after you must have turned your buba neckline with the first division on your bias tape, just like that, you have turned it in. So you're going to secure the other parts inside the other halves of the bias, just the way you are seeing in this video. So I've gone ahead to iron my own. I've ironed it down, and I as well went ahead to use a pin to hold it in place so that it doesn't go out of place, just like you're seeing in the video. So what you want to do now is you pass your thread into your needle, just like it is in the video. You see my needle is very neat, it's not rust, and you make sure that the thread you are passing is not too lengthy, but at least sufficiently lengthy so it doesn't tangle as you walk with it. So after you have done that, the next thing you want to do right now is to make a knot at the end of your thread. So you're just going to make that knot. While you're making the knot, make sure that you don't make a too bulgy knot. One knot is very fine. So just the way I'm doing, you make one single knot on your thread at the end of it. So now let's just start the hemming. So now you want to do just the way it is in the video. You pass your needle into the fabric. Make sure you are picking a very tiny thread, just the way you are seeing me doing this video. You pick a very tiny thread, almost invisible. Can you see that? So after you have picked that, you go straight into your bias tape, just like that, and you pass it out just the way you are seeing. You make sure you pass your thread till the end, that's part that you knotted. So you pass it into the fabric again, not that same spot but something very close to it, picking a very tiny thread just like we did initially. So you pass that into your bias tape again. So we are doing this 2 times because we are just starting this project, you understand. So you cross your needle with the thread on the left side of your sewing. So just like that, you pull it to make a knot. You can see I'm showing you the outside of my fabric. You cannot see the needle, you cannot see the thread, I mean to say. So what you're just going to do next is you want to pass your needle right into your bias tape. Just watch it as I do that in the video. You pass it into the bias tape like that. Can you see that? Just near beside the first knot that you have made, you pass it and make sure that it's going through. That is why I said you have to use a very neat needle that is not rust, so that it can go freely. So while you are passing it, you make sure that the distance between your first knot and the next one that you are trying to make is not too far, nothing more than 0.5, that's half of an inch. So you want to pull your needle out. You pull your needle out and repeat the same process we did before. So you make sure that you are not pulling your thread too tightly. Just make sure that it is well laid. So you see, you pick your thread, just tiny thread from the fabric, pass it into your bias, cross your needle with your thread to form a knot. So you can see that. So that's how you are going to go round your fabric. You see, I'm passing my needle right after my knot. I'm passing it out, and the distance is not more than 0.5, half of an inch, like I said earlier. So you just want to repeat that process again. You can see that you're going to pass it in. You can see that. So you're just going to repeat that process, and make sure you are guided by checking the outside of your fabric to see that your thread is not showing on the outside of your dress. So guys, if you are watching this channel right now, I'm making this video at the season of Christmas, and I wish you all a very wonderful Christmas and a prosperous new year 2023. So I wish you lots of goodies in the new year. I wish you good achievements. I wish you wonderful and prosperous things in the new year 2023. So let's go back to work, guys. So I'm just going to repeat that process. You can see while I was waiting you, I was checking to make sure that my thread is not showing on the outside of my fabric. So this is the process. You make sure you pick a very little and tiny thread, very tiny, almost invisible, from your fabric. Then you pass your needle right into your bias, just like that. Then you cross your needle with your thread to make a knot. You can see. So you pull it out, not too tightly but very firm. So now guys, I just want to let you know that this method I'm teaching you is very is guaranteed. Like, I've been using this method for years and I haven't gotten any complaint from my clients. It hasn't pulled out, it hasn't, like, it's just so accurate every time and every season. So guys, you can as well use this method to hem your trousers, your skirts, that's your corporate skirts. You can use it in so many ways. The inside of your suit when you finish, so many ways that you can use this hemming method. I'm just going to go around my buba neckline like this, and at the end I'm done with this hemming, and it's going to give me a very fine finishing. I want you to try it and give me some comments about your experience in the comment section. So thank you for watching today. I'm just going to go around it like that, like I said earlier. So try this and you love it. Lots of love from Alewa Divat. Bye.